What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, episode 473 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not tracking on Bookit, wake the fuck up. What are you doing? Start using Bookit Sports to track your bets now in the new year, 2024. We're almost halfway through it. Holy shit. Chat, lock in, start using Bookit. What are you waiting for? Okay. Jovan, wearing a Blue Jays hat today? Sure. Could that be a sign?
Could be. Maybe we got Vladdy outside the window. I haven't checked yet, but
okay. I'm gonna have to check for some Blue Jays out there, folks. Judge might be back. UB Bulls is saying, yeah, he's been back, bro. He's been back. Okay, he's been back for about 2.5 weeks ever since I bought that fucking jersey. All right, he's been locked. He's about to win MVP. He's about to win MVP.
Just might.
He just might do the damn thing.
It'll be
unbelievable.
All thanks to his biggest fan.
All thanks. We got 2-0 in Atlanta right now. Early lead for the Braves, not ideal. I wanted to take the Braves game 2 for a little grease piece parlay. We're going to talk about it, Jovan. Maybe they'll sweep today, though. It is the Padres, right? Not like they're beating the fucking best team in baseball. We'll hop into it. All right, looks like Gunnar already won the MVP. W. Goots, Cease right. Yeah, no Cease, no problem. Already given up 2 for the Padres today. They've been slurping Cease like no other the last week and a half. I feel like people just didn't see him pitch and deal for the first 2 months, 3 months of the season. They're like, oh my God, look at what Dylan Cease is doing. This is probably when it falls apart. Okay, we'll see how this game goes. Tough assignment against Atlanta. They already got 2 runs in the first. Okay, need a graphic for Judge's numbers since the Krabs purchase. Yeah, we could probably check that. It's probably around 500.
Okay, yeah, maybe more.
I have to give Judge a pat on the back. I'm not giving him shit, bro. I'm giving him enough. Okay, this was an auto fade spot. He's saying, yeah, on Cease. After all the talk he's been getting, all the slurpage. Probably. We've got a hockey game tonight, Jovan. Should be elite. Okay, no NBA tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the NBA over the weekend. 2 unbelievable games last night. The dogs were barking. Absolutely barking. Yeah. Pacers came out of the gates. They stomped on the Knicks. Oh, my goodness. They dominated. Absolute domination. Tyrese Halliburton going off early. Pascal Siakam got it started, I feel like. And then you saw Tyrese take over. He said, you know what, Pascal, take one off. I got the rest of this one. Okay. Domination. The Knicks only have their powers at home. It didn't even work. It wasn't even enough to get them through game 7. It'll be the Pacers moving on, playing the Celtics. Jovan, any chance the Pacers make that series weird against the Celtics?
Yeah. And I already actually bet the Pacers plus 2.5 in the series because I think they're winning 2. Might be Celtics in 6, maybe 7, but Pacers are sneakily one of the deepest teams in the league, and they played. I know they go damn near 10 deep, so like that's kind of what you want against the Celtics. I think they snag at least 2 in that series. I do still think it's the Celtics moving on, but I don't think it'll be as easy as people think, or at least as easy as the books seem to think.
Okay. Definitely not going to be as easy as the Bucks think, right? They're going to make the Celtics heavy favorites going forward, as they should. I mean, the Celtics have dominated all year, but are they winners? I don't know. I think they're kind of losers. We'll talk about that too. We got a DJ Fitz bang coming in, 5 subbies from DJ Fitz. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 from coming in from DJ Fitz. Let's go, Fitzy. Getting the vibes up on a Monday. Love that.
Go Fitz.
Sneak favorite surgeon from Krabs on the Surge stream. DJ Fitz. Brings the energy, locked in. He's gotten comfortable. He's making jokes, right? He knows how to read the crowds. He sees the chat. They're all saying one more. He goes, oh, you want one more, Trent? He knows how to read the room. DJ Fitz.
He's a man of the people.
Keep grinding. Man of the people, keep grinding, DJ Fitz. 5 subbies. I appreciate you, Beast. We got Boston Sports Store coming in hot. Javan's tweet on the Wolves. Jinx needs to be studied. Yeah, can we get that tweet up here?
Love it.
Can we get that tweet up here? That was a hilarious tweet.
Literally basking. The last thing I wanted to see, I wanted to make sure that I had some rooting interest in the finals no matter what. Because, I mean, fuck the Nuggets as a Heat fan. Salty, and I want to see their downfall. Be rooting on that for fucking years. But if it was Celtics, Nuggets, ended up being that in the finals, I wouldn't have watched it. I would have been fucking done. That would have been a nightmare scenario.
It would have been boring, I guess would be the words. I feel like this is way more exciting having some of these teams in there, maybe causing some ruckus.
Probably the worst tweet I've ever seen.
That was a great tweet.
Bias.
That's an accurate tweet. Yeah, 6 for 24. 6 for 24 definitely reminded me of somebody when they play in big games in the playoffs. Won't say who, but he might be.
So when did you tweet this? You tweeted this when he got out to a slow start?
Yeah, it was like a halftime. It's like, I mean,
Halftime, they were down 15-ish, 20 maybe even at half.
well, yeah, this wasn't about the Wolves. This was about Anthony Edwards, which that one didn't really change. That one,
Yeah, I know, but still, Anthony Edwards, and yeah, he was not very efficient. Okay,
this one was my attempt, and it worked.
Okay. 4 days, everyone crowned the T-Wolves NBA champs. All right.
Which I would love to see that. Fully jinx them into a championship, but as long as it's not the Celtics, I will be so happy.
Okay. Anybody but the Celtics. Remember all those
Anybody
fucking
but the
graphics that were
Celtics.
shoved down our throats when the playoffs were starting? Celtics versus the field. Celtics minus 130 versus the field. Celtics minus 115 versus the field. I think I even saw a couple plus monies in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the field. It's always been the field. And the
Always.
Celtics, I don't think they're going to close. Maybe a guy like Anthony Edwards, going off in his 22nd year of life, which is insane to think about. The kid's 22, playing like this. I know he was not great last night. I know he was not efficient, but he hit some big shots when they needed it most. He closed that puppy out. Still had an unbelievable series and is having an unbelievable playoffs and season. Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to see a team like the T-Wolves or the Pacers make some noise. Come on. It'd be good for basketball, getting one of these teams with some young studs in there. And I know Minnesota's got some old guys too. Come on. They got Rudy Gobert. They've got Cat, who's been, just wasting away time on this team for the last, 9 years, I think they were talking about in the post-game presser. Literally a decade. They've got some guys who've been around the block. They've got some great veterans. Nas Reed looks like the greatest backup center to ever exist on Earth. He went in when Cat got fouled out, I believe, and played better, in my opinion, towards the end of that game. I mean, the guy just gets to the rim. He makes the shots. He was making free throws. The team is clutch. They're doing everything you need to do for a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves to make it to a finals. They're playing perfect ball. They really are. And even if their star's not shooting, 60% from the field, he hit big shots that counted at the end. And Jovan with the W jinx there. Anthony Edwards on an inefficient night advances the T-Wolves. I'm excited to see what this team can do going forward. We talked about the Pacers and the Celtics, Jovan. What do we think about the T-Wolves' chances advancing in the next series?
I might have to fire off another jinx tweet because the one thing I cannot take is another Dallas team making a run because my life will be absolute hell if that happens. But it seems like they've already beaten the Mavs in 4 from the discourse that we've been seeing. Obviously, like when you take down the defending champions at home in a game 7, everybody's going to love that. But it's one of those where it seems like the Mavs shouldn't even take the floor. So, I mean, I want the Wolves to be the team to come out, but seeming like it's already decided in the public eye, which scares the living shit out of me.
I mean, come on, Jovan. Minus 170 T-Wolves.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That feels like in line with a lot of the Mavs lines.
I know they just beat the number 1 team. I know they beat the defending champs. I know they beat the MVP. I know they just pulled off an unbelievable upset in a series that nobody expected. I get it. But this Mavs team, what have they done to deserve being plus 150 in this spot against the T-Wolves? I don't understand it. I feel like that should have been way closer to a pick 'em.
Maybe. I mean, they were damn near pick 'em against the Clippers, which I thought was kind of crazy. And then last series, they got not really any respect. I guess it was like around the same type number against the Thunder. So like after the Wolves are basically Western Conference champions after beating the Nuggets, I'm not too surprised.
Okay. Primers on the Mavs plus 145. No bias in that wager. Sure. We've got Hoof TV coming in, resubbing as well. Let's have a week, fellas. Yes, sir, Hoof TV. Let's have a week. Why not us? Okay, W's. We got Zeldin coming in, resubbing as well. What's good, boys? W Zeldin. We got Xander and Zeldin coming in, resubbing. Also, Xander Shoffley, thanks for stealing my coins last night. First time you've ever actually closed out a tournament in a major was last night when I had a little sprinkle on Bryson DeChambeau at plus 600 to win the PGA Championship. What happens? Obviously, Xander actually hits a clutch putt for the first time in his career, and he wins his first major ever of his career. Now, he deserves it. It's been a while. The guy's a grinder. He's a good dude. He's got the right values. He's staying in the PGA, whatever. Was long overdue for Xander to get one, but it's brutal that it came at the cost of, me making hundreds of dollars on Bryson DeChambeau. So that was cake last night. I hope you guys enjoyed that PGA Championship, though. It was absolutely electric yesterday. A lot of great names at the top of the field. Makes me miss when there was no Makes me miss when there wasn't 2 leagues where all the best players are split up every fucking weekend, right? It was cool to see all the big names towards the top of the leaderboard at the end on a Sunday. And God, Bryson played so well. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. No. But good to see Bryson, I guess, getting back into his, peak form. He struggled for a while. It's crazy also to see the fans switch from hating Bryson's guts to him taking hundreds of millions of dollars from the Saudis to now the fans rooting for him. It's weird. I don't know what that is, but I was rooting for him just for financial purposes. I still think he's kind of a D-bag. But it was one hell of a golf event. And whether the coins came home or not, I really enjoyed sweating that puppy out. Xander Pack so glorious today. Big Curd saying, if somebody finally hit on Xander, props to you. All right, cheers. Great pick. He's been one of the best golfers over the last month or so in the game. He's been red hot. It was only a matter of time. Here's the putt, I believe. Yeah, that just rattles home.
Right in.
Why do my putts never do that, Goats? My putts do that.
Not sure, but in Xander's pass, that would have lipped out. So
100%. So he was due for one.
I mean,
that ball is going off the green every time I putt.
It looked offline.
That was serious pace.
It looked offline.
Can we get Trell's picks today? Yeah, let's get Trell's picks going.
Yeah,
let's get him
that's loading this week. Now that I'm here to give the reports on the daily.
Okay. All right. A couple other things. Let's recap as well before we hop into today's plays. Let's do the Friday recap if we can. Astros ML, sure. Great bet. Great bet.
Yeah. The way they win, Freddie Peralta, Hunter Brown,
a lot of hate.
Sure.
This play got a lot of people. People hated this play's guts.
Yeah,
people wanted to fucking kill this play. They wanted to murder it. Free Astros ML W's. Sharp report, I believe, went pretty solid as well. A lot of green check marks. Jovan 4 for 5. I went 3 for 5. We take that. We move. We groove. Okay. W Friday. Nats team total under continues to pay. Continues to play. Even with Joey Gallo back in the lineup. If anything, it helps, to be honest with you. So,
might help.
Only one guy in that lineup I'm afraid of right now, Jovan, and it's Eddie Rosario. And even he's starting to cool off. So, Nats are made shit.
I got some guys today that I want to run by you.
Okay.
I don't know if that team total under is going to print today, but while it's up here,
okay.
Another play that everybody hated was the Stars because the Avs hadn't lost 3 home games in a row in the playoffs since like 2007, and they were not in the playoffs for half of those years since then. Respectfully, I've heard a lot of ratchet angles in the playoffs for reasons for people to take teams that just simply have no chance of losing. That was easily the worst one. So for everybody who spam that in chat, we got to be better. If you bet off of that angle, please hang them up because that was absolutely atrocious.
Okay. Hang them up, folks. We've got the Paul Skeens recap as well. People forget we gave out less than 6.5 strikeouts. He struck out the first 7 batters of the game. That was a terrible bet. Yep, I'll give you guys that one. Moose shit.
Ish.
2 words, chat, moose. Okay. That was bad. Yeah, people forget he did that. Paul Skeens, he might be here to stay. Unbelievable performance from him. Just great stuff. He's going to keep getting better and better if he can stay healthy. Just great stuff. He finally got his revenge for the Avs beating his Lightning in 2022. Congrats. Sure.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about the Avs. I would love for... I hate the Stars. So, that series pained me of anything. I hate Dallas fans because I live with them. So, I could give a shit less about the Avs. Lightning got back-to-back rings, so I'm good.
11 Ks. Sheesh. W graphic, too. W book graphic. All right. Let's move. Let's groove, folks. Let's do the King of the Board recap here. Another great week, both in the positive. Love to see that. 4-1, 3-2. We take that any day of the week, Jovan, and twice on Sundays. Okay, that plays, that pays. Who are we giving out coins to? Anybody drop any crab emojis, Scootsy?
Oh, there's a lot of crab emojis down here.
A lot of crab.
All right, we had some believers this week. Sure.
We had some believers.
Let's find somebody. Let's give away some prize picks promo.
That's some milk.
Right? Let's give away some prize picks coins. That's too much milk.
Let's do it again.
Carson Bernat snubbed. Oh, Carson Bernat.
Pirates fan, I bet.
All right. Scoots tried to not give it to him because he had a Pirates PFP, but he landed on him again, so he gets it. Here we go, Carson Bernat. W's. Okay, Carson, are you in chat right now? Let me know. There he is. Sure we can. W's. Carson, DM the Bookit BTL Twitter, the email associated with your prize picks account, and we'll put some coins in there. Okay? Go, 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 go. Hurry up. Scroll past Godsynth twice. Godsynth, you're due, brother. You're due. Okay, just wait. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. 7-3 this week. Let's fucking go, guys. The tweet link, it's coming in the chat right now. There it goes. See ya. Here it is. If you want to drop a crab or a milk emote right under the tweet, you could potentially win some prize picks coins depending on which surgeon ends up on top after Friday. Okay, guys. So if you think Jovan bounces back, and he's been winning a lot, so I finally got back in the win column here after he won 3 straight, I believe. If you think Jovan bounces back with a king of the board win this week, drop a milk emoji. If you think I bounce back with a second straight win after Jovan ripped off 3 in a row, drop a little crap. All right? W's. Get to work. Go, 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 go. The link is right here in the chat. All right? The milk pillow showing an appearance every week. Richie, it's there every week, bro. I see it every week.
It's hard.
Also very different.
Nothing but hard.
Are we going to talk about Manoah being Cy Young yesterday and being a free favorite on the board?
I know. Once I saw the line flip and the total move down, and after what happened the last 2 games when Tyler Alexander, TCU legend, by the way, had a perfect game going into the 8th and blew that, and they should have blown that game. Then Gosman was dealing, and the Rays had a miraculous comeback in that game. The last thing I wanted to do was fade Manoah. So, like in any other situation, I probably would have done it. But there was a reason there was no pregame fade from me on Manoah, because that felt like a scheduled Rays loss.
Yep. Okay. Well, we should have naked them for every dollar we had in our accounts. Groovy 1 W's. Okay, there's your W right there, my man. We got Lembong coming in, resubbing as well for 17 months. What's up, Len? How we doing, Beast? What are you on for today? Let me know, please. Okay. We got Gwiffin coming in, giving out a sub for the community as well. W Gwiff. Okay, not Griff. Gwiff.
Gwiff.
Let's go, Gwiff. Dubs. Lost my fantasy matchup because of Manoah. Ugh. That hurts. Now seems like the time to bet Gallon Cy Young to jinx him or Krabs get the jersey. Phils, I'm going to run out of money. Phils.
People sleep. I mean, yeah, I lost in the D-backs, but won on pretty much every single gallon square, gallon prop. The end of that game, or the end of his start, where he gave up a couple of runs, he ended with 3. Now that ERA is back over 3, which is huge. Because that was, I don't know if he's going to get a softer matchup than the Tigers in Arizona. And that wasn't his best outing come the end of the start. So, I mean, that was kind of huge.
Okay. Disaster inning, Richie's saying.
Yeah, I mean, the bullpen helped that once he got taken out of the game, giving up like somebody a 3-run triple right after that. But 3 runs charged to him, which was massive.
Well, for the people who missed your weekend series preview on the Bookit Sports YouTube, if they missed that video, if they don't even know what the fuck that is, Jovan, let them know what you did this weekend. Let them know what you're planning on doing going forwards and how it did your first go around this weekend.
Yeah, going through each series and kind of betting angles and outlooks for it, all the matchups. So kind of have a framework to work on a day-to-day basis with what's going on in these series. So you can kind of figure out if you listen to the whole thing. And, you know, we're talking on Monday right now. I'll talk through some of the games Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, I guess, depending on the series. You'll kind of know where my head's at before we get there. So the next one for this week is going to drop right after BTL, and we'll keep doing that. It's been going pretty well. We've had some pretty good angles. I know people have been DMing me saying they've been making plenty of coin off of it. So the goal is to continue doing that.
Fuck yeah. Looks like people in chat already checked it out. We had a good week last week, sure. W video, W's, yay lads, Jesus. Is there a video coming up for the upcoming series? I'm assuming maybe for Thursdays?
Well, there's ones coming out for the series starting up today after BTL. But yeah, we'll have one for the ones that are starting for the weekend series too.
W's. All right, chat, stay posted. Okay, if you're wondering where the hell to find all this shit, Bookit Sports on YouTube. Okay, I'm sure we'll repost it off the Bookit socials as well, but you guys know where to find all these new vids, all this new content. Bookit Sports, YouTube. It's that simple. There it is. Boom. 2 words, chat. Boom. Milk literally everywhere. From Jovan. Not Jovan, Jovan.
Might be a burner.
That could be Jovan typing off of his laptop. Yep.
Yeah.
First year bet on MLB. Thanks for the help, boys, especially pitcher squares with Jovan. Good.
That'd be groovy.
Let's go, Groove. Sure. All right. If it's possible, I need a Yanks or Mariners square. I'm going to be boots tonight, Kyron. We can get that done. Come on. That's easy. Little Yankees boots on ground square. Just fade Gilbert or Stroman. Take the over in the game.
Yeah, Mikey Overs. Yeah, hate that.
That is the Mikey Overs game of the year, though. That is the Mikey
Literally,
Overs.
I mean, this should be the one game where he considers taking it unders because he's got both his goats on the mound.
It won't happen. I respect his integrity. He will never lock in an under.
Yeah.
But I guess he could lock in both pitchers' fantasy score more thans.
I think he took. I heard on TMA he was taking a combo strikeout square.
Well, there you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Logan Gilbert, Marcus Stroman up on the bump. Total is up to 8 from 7.5. It is in the Mickey Mouse ballpark, though, in Yankee Stadium. So,
yeah.
Jovan, thoughts on that game?
We just want to get into it because I kind of think Stroman's the one that gets turked on a little bit.
Huh.
Because he's with the Mariners especially, it's a lot of boom or bust. Like they're either going to be really bad or really good on a given day. A lot of hard contact or literally none at all. So I mean, Stroman is going to strike out a few, obviously, but it's not like his MO. So they're going to have lefties in there. Like I haven't checked to see what squares he's got up, but when I first started betting this guy, I would auto take him against any sinker slider guy who had trouble against lefties, which that would be Marcus Stroman against Josh Rojas today, who I assume is going to be at the top of the lineup. So I like him. Marcus Stroman's been bad against lefties. So you got Big Country down there too that you can take. I think Canzone's back in the lineup too, who has some power. So like they got some options. I don't know if he's going to get turked on for the entirety of the start, but I think he gives up a few blasts and the Mariners score some runs.
Do you like Stroman's more than 4.5 hits allowed?
Yeah, kind of do.
I'm looking at his squares. I mean, I guess we could just fade his fantasy score. He's got a pitching outs, hits allowed. He's got a demon 2.5 earned run square up too if we're trying to get cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyron, we'll circle back to that puppy. All right, when we dive in and do all the MLB games. For now, let's lock in. I think we have to go over no wager wheel today. None.
Yeah.
We're not doing that shit. Squad ride hit on Friday. Both went positive on the plays. King of the boards both went positive last week. No wager wheel today, chat. I think we're good. We're safe. I do have big news though. Okay, me and Goots are gonna go to the Nationals game tomorrow. There's a certain somebody up on the bump pitching for the Nationals at home tomorrow, 6:45 p.m. Eastern. All right, meant to be. Patty C up on the bump. Goots, we're gonna have to get tickets probably left field, first row. I was looking today; they've got some pretty cheap ones. You know, row
something like that
out there in left fields. Right.
My guy's also on the mound as well, on the other side.
Who?
Joe Ryan.
Wow,
Joe Ryan. Your guy?
He's just my guy. He's on my fantasy team.
He's on your fantasy team, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glove game tomorrow, Chad. It is what it is. It is what it is. Not happy about it, but yes, I will be bringing a glove to the fucking game tomorrow. And I'm going to try to catch some home run balls. Get there nice and early. You know, maybe try to steal some from some little kids. Run away like a grown man. Cowards, right? All the same things that Hampel and Co. do on a day-to-day basis. We're going to try to be one of those guys tomorrow. How many baseballs can I steal from children at the game tomorrow that are meant for them? Maybe I'll wait, you know, next to a little group of them. And then one of the guys gets a ball in the outfield. They toss it to him. I go up, snatch it real quick, you know, run away.
Sure.
That's the Hampel way, right?
Yeah, you got to do it.
You see those vids all the time on the feeds. I'm going to try to catch a foul ball bare hands tonight. Yes, thank you, Kyron. That's the way it's fucking done. That's the blue-collar American way.
That's
right
hard.
There is you catch a ball with your bare hands. Yeah, you rub some dirt on it. Okay? Oh, man. I don't even know what to say, man. But yeah, tomorrow, chat. Tomorrow's the day. All right, let's hope we make some magic happen. What's the selly after I catch one? I don't know. Should I do the fucking floss that the kids do on Fortnite? I feel like I got to do the most ridiculous one ever. Like the guy who did the Eagles wings after he did the home run in college, right? Remember that guy? Or no, the Royals guy.
I want you jumping up in the air, just like super excited. Screaming like a little kid.
I got to hit some sort of move. Maybe the Anthony Edwards. See, that's when it gets tricky if there's children around too. That's when you get
yeah.
The move might just come out.
To him in. Yeah. Krabs, you should do a college football early look. FanDuel has week 1 lines. Hokies minus 10.5. There's your PO day for week 1.
God damn it, man.
On the road at Vanderbilt. They're going to curb stomp the Commodores. SEC, SE Schmee. Weak ass SEC team, bro. Do a crab walk. I might have to do a crab walk, folks. Yep. I need to find a right-handed glove, a left-handed glove, and I need to get out there and get involved, shake the gates, how I like to call it, get there nice and early, and maybe rob some home run balls. Goots is saying maybe even catch one and play. That way I get on TV, ruin the game. I said, I don't know if I could do that. That's when you start getting, you mess with the integrity of the game, right? That's when I start having some problems there. I don't know if I can reach my glove over the fence.
Yeah, but any way you can help,
in that way.
Any way you can help Patrick Corbin, I feel like you would do it.
So yeah, how would that play out? Let's say Patrick Corbin's up on the bump. He gives up an absolute fucking donkey cock shot to left field.
Right to you.
Right to the fucking foul pole. We're sitting there, row one. I lean over and I scoop it over the fence. Right? Does that count as a ground rule double because the fan interfered? Does that count as a home run? How can I help him? How can I help Patty Seagoots? Help me help him.
I mean, I was thinking on the other side, like the other way, like
so messing up
Joe Ryan or something. Yeah.
Joe Ryan's up. Maybe Vargas gets a hold of one with all his might, but it's not enough to get over the wall because it's Vargas, He swings as hard as it possibly can. Looks like he's about to break his back, but the ball doesn't go very far. This time it does, but not enough. I reach over the fence. I grab it. That would be a home run for the Nats?
Might be.
I don't know. We got to get a rule book out.
We do have to get a rule book out.
Good. Check Amazon Prime. See if they got any rule books next day delivered. And I'll get the tickets. Okay.
Got it.
Ground rule double, and you get ejected in the game. See, Brock. That would hurt. That would hurt getting thrown out in your own home park. It really would. I really want to avoid that at all costs here. Sure, I will try to rob a ball from a group of kids, for a joke, for a video, and then give them the ball right after in real life. But getting ejected from Nats Park, that one would hurt. Ozuna Nuke. Okay. That also hurts. He's a piece of shit. That dude is having a hell of a year, man. Holy smokes. Maybe they had to put the bottle down for a year. He's dialed.
He's the only one on that team who wants to hit.
He's dialed. Krabs would be excited to get ejected since he has a glove. Good point, Boston Sports Dork. At least I get out of there with a glove. This will be the one and only time ever you could catch me out in public with a glove at a game and I'm not playing intramural softballs. Only time ever. All right, so you guys better show up to Nats Park tomorrow. Get ready. If Corbin gives up a turkey, it's going to be 500 feet, not first row. That's a good point, Phils. Maybe I should go back in like row F, G even. Maybe Z. Maybe in the back. Yeah. Good. So I'll have my people reach out to your people, and we'll figure out where we want to sit. But the tickets, this might surprise you guys. They got a lot available for Tuesday night. Patrick Corbin star. Okay, they got plenty available. First row there is 500 feet. Dude. And that's Park? I don't think so. I won't forget the glove clam. Don't worry. Polo Grounds ass stadium, bro. That's a hitter's park. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We got Big Bubs coming in, resubbing as well. Let's have an absolute week, fellas. Big Bubs. Why not us? Let's have a week. Okay.
What makes Camden Yards a polo ground ass stadium?
Well, Camden Yards is a pitcher's park that's big. So that.
Well, right field is, pretty small, but left field is like the Great Wall of China, dude. Like,
yeah, left field's. That's why he's saying it's Polo Grounds. Probably. It's
I guess. Yeah, I mean, but there's the Polo Grounds, left field and right field nukes all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, he's not breaking out the tape measure, but he's just saying in general, a lot of fields, right? A lot of space.
Yeah.
Definitely pitcher's park in Camden Yards for sure. Now that they moved the ball back and left, Nats Park. Yeah. You might not be able to tell recently by the Nats offense, but definitely a little bit more of a hitter's park. Nothing crazy though. I'd say it's probably like 10th on the list. Cease not dialed back-to-back Matt Olson. Is he really getting mucked like that right now? 4-0? Jesus.
Eesh. Yes,
going Cease. Finally got his flowers and now it's over. Feel bad. It's like Cease got no recognition the entire season. They finally do a week ago, and now he makes his first start since everyone starts slurping. He's getting destroyed.
Yes. Good luck.
Yep. Beat. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. We got a home run derby going on right now. Total move down from 8.5 to 7.5 overnight. Mook. I know I almost took the under. Thank God I didn't. We're also not going to talk about the Sunday Night Baseball under that had 9 runs. First of all, they had 4 runs in the first inning, I believe. Maybe 3. I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. And then there was no runs. Then we're feeling pretty good. Then there was a boatload of runs, and we're thinking, okay, we're fucked again. And then they don't score the last couple innings. And then bottom 9, Jovan. When we're at 9, we're pushing P right now on that Sunday Night Baseball under. What happens? Oh, bottom 9, meaningless game, meaningless at-bats. What do the fucking Braves do? They score a run. Unbelievable. Yeah,
that's Moose.
Yeah, Moose shit. Yeah, 9-1. Their only run of the game, the Braves scored in the last fucking frame. Ozzy Albies, shout out for the single, bringing in Chadwick Trump. Yep, that's a real person. That's a real guy. And he sucks.
Chadwick.
He brought him home in the bottom of the ninth. That sucks, man. Corbin's going 7. Bro, I hope he does, man. Maybe that's all it takes is me going there, sitting in the outfield instead of Diamond Club, which, by the way, is not easy to do. Once you sit Diamond Club, it's hard to go back. Let's not kid ourselves here. Sitting in the fucking stands compared to that. Come on. Not rocket science. Maybe that's all it takes, Jovan. It's just a little trip over to DC with a glove in hand for a Patrick Corbin gem.
Yeah.
Right?
Just might be.
If I sit my ass out there in the shitty seats in the bleachers with a glove, maybe 2, there's no way he's giving up any nukes. Come on.
That clip is going to hit like crack after he gives up 8.
God, he's so due for a bad start, too.
He's been good. He's been good.
Pretty good. Krabby 2 gloves. Hey, they don't call me Krabby 2 gloves for nothing. Ladder's K's to 10. I think I'm good, Mook. Thanks, though. We got Twitch Matty Ice coming in. Oilers winning tonight. We're going to talk about it. Let's go in the sharp report. Cut the shit. No more fun, no more jokes, no more smiles, chat. Lock in. Let's find some winners for today. All right? I'll get it started off the only place I know, and that's the WNBA for winners. We're going to take the Sun once again today. Let me give you this breakdown, Jovan. I'm sure you're already tapped. We've got a rematch of Caitlin Clark's debut, I believe, the Indiana Fever, at home now, +6.5. They opened up +4. Now they're +6.5 with the Connecticut Sun coming in on the roads, 2-0 against an 0-3 Indiana Fever team. Hate to say it, guys, but the Indiana Fever are just that bad. This game will be on ESPN tonight, so you can check it out. You can watch the whole thing. Caitlin Clark on TV. Everyone's going to be betting her. Everyone's going to be taking her. I'll be fading respectfully, quietly, okay, like a good boy, only on the ML, okay? Not going to be fading any Caitlin Clark squares. She's a fucking beast. I know it's been a tough couple games for her. I don't know how she did in Game 3. I know Game 2 was much worse than Game 1. I don't even know if we can blame her at this point. I'm seeing her make passes to her teammates. They can't even fucking catch the ball. This Fever team, there's a reason why they got the first overall pick back-to-back years. Quail meat. They're terrible. They didn't even deserve that charter. They're moose shit. They should fly Caitlin Clark on that thing solo, and the rest of the squad has to take a plane like from the movie Major League when they're fucking duct taping the wing straight just so they can get there. That's how bad this team is. The Fever continue to fades. The day I see that team win, or the day I see a team not getting 3 points or more sharp line movement towards them, is the day I'll fuck off. Okay, today's not that day. If anything, and God, my camera's doing weird shit now. If I put my hands up, it starts to move. Did you see that?
Yeah. Hit a little shot to the left.
Now it follows me, bro.
There you go.
These new features, man.
To be TikTok cam.
Off. TikTok ass cam. Anyways, today's not that day. Okay, the Connecticut Sun, one of the best teams in the WNBA, are going to get a win once again. And initially, guys, I really wanted to take Atlanta here in Game 2. I was thinking that maybe C sneaks out a win, low total, right? Almost a pick 'em on the ML. Really wanted to back the Braves in Game 2 with Sale on the bump, who's been nails. He's ace Sale. He's back. He looks fucking sharp as attack up there. Was hoping the Braves will lose Game 1. You back the home team Game 2. Very rarely does the home team lose both games of a doubleheader. But now we're here. You know what? This parlay still probably fucking smacks, though. I'm not fucking pivoting. I'm not changing. I'm not fucking leaving. All right, we're keeping it the same. We're back in the Connecticut Sun on the ML and fading Caitlin Clark. And we're back in the Braves on the money line. Little parlay piece.
Sure. I do have
thoughts on the Braves Game 2.
I do like the Braves game too. Definitely a little less interested with the way that this game is going, but I'm definitely not taking Padres Game 2. I'm good on that.
Okay.
But I do have a Sun Square on the board while we're talking about that game.
Give me that.
A little double bagel system play. Remember those from the NBA?
How could I forget?
Yeah, I'm going to have to do it, especially because she's 0 for 9 from 3 to start the season. So it's not like this is one of those squares where I'm trying to think of somebody from the NBA that we took like off the top of my head, like Isaiah Livers, where he's shooting maybe 1, if not 2 per game. You're not going to get volume. It's there, and the square is on the board. It's gotten like 30 cents of steam, which is interesting overnight. But the first bagel obviously was the first game where it was a rematch of this exact game. So square is on the board for a reason. I had no choice but to get involved. And she's hitting 2.
Dewana Bonner.
Yeah. Has to be
We'll
done.
leave it at that. Okay. W's, Jovan, you have low-key been sharp with these WNBA squares, so I'll tip my cap and I'll tail until they start missing. Then I'll start chirping.
Yeah.
For now,
WNBA is
what can I say?
It's been kind of decent whenever you don't get like foul trouble, which I mean, it's happened quite a few times over the weekend. But when you don't get that, I think you'll be straight. Somebody's got to score against that moose shit defense.
Somebody has to do it.
Yep.
Maybe it's her. Maybe
Could
it's
be.
Bonner. Okay. And Goots, remind me after we go through the sharp report, we might have to pull up the fast food or rankings list with the odds because I've never seen people hate a fucking graphic more in my entire life. I'm gonna have to talk about that right here on BTS. Okay. Let's go over the winners first. Chat, let me know what you guys are on for today. I know you guys probably come in here, you're filling out the plays, you're listening to us give the sell jobs, and then maybe you decide. But do any of you guys have a freaking wagon, a donkey play, or square for today that you already have locked in? If you do, let us know in chat. Hurry up, go, 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 go. All right, and you guys can watch this on YouTube and Twitch live. I hope you guys know that. I know most of you do. The Twitch Twitch chat is way more live, but you can also watch on the YouTube. I know we got some YouTube heads holding it down. I'd love to hear or see some hands up from the YouTube guys in chat. Where are my YouTube guys at, huh? Where we at? Rolls are a wagon today. Oh, we're going to talk about it. Don't you worry. Okay. Taj Fantasy. Judge over 1.5 total bases. I don't know, man. Astros first 5 from BC holding down the YouTubes. Love to see that. Jovan, I want to see why you like runs in the Mets and Cleveland game because I also have that.
Well, first of all, I guess just from everything else, put this in a vacuum type game, you have a 9 total in Cleveland, which is odd because you want to know how many 9 totals there have been in Cleveland so far this year, Krabs?
Please tell me 0.
Not 1.
Hey! Let's go! That's huge. Sorry, I'm gassing up the YouTube guys. Keep going.
Yeah, you're good. But there hasn't been 1. And then when I look at this game and I say, yeah, there's some advantageous pitching on the mound to maybe contribute to that. You know what else contributes to that? Getting a little wind blowing out. And I told myself and I told all of you guys, when we're getting a little wind blowing out in the Guardians ballpark, which is the new wind tunnel I've found out, very recently, I'm going to take runs. And you know what happens to be on the side of this game too? We have 2 pitchers that don't keep the ball on the ground, especially, on the Cleveland side, because this is a pretty interesting match for Lively. He has one of the lowest ground ball rates in all of the MLB out of all starting pitchers. So ball's going to get in the air, and I think it's going to fly out. Other than that, like on the other side too, you have Miguel coming back from an injury. Don't think he looks good or really matches up well with the Guardians at all. He needs to produce some strikeouts or whiffs to really be any sort of effective. Guardians don't do that. We know that. Lineup's a little better too with Tyler Freeman hitting leadoff. So, I mean, there's a reason we're getting a 9 total or like a juicy 8.5 wherever you look. It's because there's going to be plenty of fucking runs in this game. Because, I mean, even we don't see 9 totals in Cleveland very often, but we also like the Mets for all they've played against even like shitty Marlins pitching staff. Like the Mets offense is also ass. So like they don't see many 9 totals at all. Like when any of these teams are seeing 9 totals, it's against like the teams that always get 9 totals or higher, like the Rangers, the Dodgers, like the Astros sometimes, all those teams on this list, not these offenses. So they're getting it today. That's because they're going to be playing in the bandbox. They're scoring runs.
Okay. I'm so in. We got Mush in chat as well. What's up, Mush? How you doing? What's up, fellas? What's up, chat? What's up, Mushington? Hope you're doing well, Beast. Javon, I took this over because I thought it was a weird-ass high line, to be honest with you. I thought this total was kind of hilariously high. Yeah. Looking at these 2 arms on the bump. I mean, we've got McGill, we've got Lively. These guys got an ERA, if you combine them, lower than Carlos Rodon's. These guys have been pretty fucking nails all season, but what do they do when they make mistakes? These guys give up some nukes. What's going on in this ballpark tonight? It's a little wind tunnel action, a little wind blowing out in Cleveland's first 9 total in this park all season. I fucking love that. All right, it's not like we're getting on the end of the train here with overs and runs in this ballpark. They haven't even moved the totals as high as they should be. Still low-key buying low here on runs in this ballpark. I love the angle. I love the play. Love seeing that you're on them as well. Let's fucking go. And yeah, your boy John, I had to slide in that little Rodon chirp. Although he's been a little bit better this year.
There's actually nobody better than Krabs at sliding in Yankees chirps. Just even when you just completely don't expect it, it just always finds its way in there.
Mush, W's, 2 words, Mush, W's. as always. Hope you're doing well, my man. W win tunnel narrative. Yeah, that is actually a W narrative, I will say. And W Yankees chirp. Thank you, Aldo Gelato. I appreciate that. I feel like a lot of people vicariously live through me chirping the Yankees, right? Maybe people are tired about it, right? Maybe people are fed up saying, I don't really want to chirp the Yankees anymore. It's been 14 years since they actually did anything. Why am I even wasting my time or breath? I'll just let Krabs do it. That's okay. I'm happy to be that guy. I'm happy to be the guy at the front of the lines, chirping this moose shit organization and calling them out when nobody else does. I want to be that guy. Okay? I want to be that guy.
There you go.
I am that guy. I am. All right? Nats ML. Whoa!
Yeah.
Let me hear it. Mitchell Parker, gas him up.
Mitchell Parker. I mean, to be honest with you, this may shock you. It really doesn't have all that much to do with Mitchell Parker. I guess you could say like the Twins. I mean, overall, like this season have been decent against lefties just because they have pop and that's where they get a majority of their runs. But they haven't been great against lefties. They're like bottom 10 in like the past or in the month of May, which is not great. So like I still think he pitches well. We have a total down to 7.5, but honestly, it has to do with fading Pablo Lopez, which I usually wouldn't do coming off a start, even though like against the Yankees, he gave up some runs early and then kind of settled down after that. He was good in the back half of the start. Just the pitch count was kind of out of control by that point. So what could you really do? But going in DC, I think this is a really weird matchup for him. You know why, Krabs? So when he faces all these lefties, which he is kind of just like the rest of the rotation, kind of struggles against lefties. Usually it's against lefties with a little more power. The Nats don't have that necessarily, but there's a lot of off speed to lefties. You know which lefties have been absolutely murdering off speed lately? Every single
Gallo.
Yeah, not Joey Gallo. But if I'm thinking the Nats are going to score runs, who's it going to have to come from? It's going to have to come from CJ Abrams. It's going to have to come from Jesse Winker. It's going to have to come from Eddie Rosario. Let's call it those three. Abrams, great fastball hitter, but if you look at a lot of what he's done lately, it's an awful lot of off speed. Jesse Winker, one of the best off-speed hitters in all of the MLB, sneakily this season. Eddie Rosario has been hitting to all fields, off-speed and fastballs lately, so he's been locked in. Luis Garcia too, shout from Chad. He can hit everything. Yeah, he's been cracked. He's been cracked. You got to say it. I can't say it.
Garcia.
There you go. So I mean, a lot
Garcia.
of those...
Let's not kid ourselves. But before you finish up here, Garcia has been moose shit for the last 2 weeks, guys. Come on.
Yeah, last 2 weeks. Overall, though, like it's been a good season.
At home.
Yeah, at home he picks it up. And he's
mashes.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, a lot of those lefties, I think we're gonna come out, and even if Pablo has like a somewhat decent start, I mean we have a 7.5 total, so like what's really gonna happen?
Right.
I think we see one of those guys that I mentioned with like a 3-run shot. And I'm really kind of thinking it's Winker, but I think a lot of those guys have a chance to touch up Pablo today. So I'm in on the Nats. Mitchell Parker on the mound is the only reason why. I'm going with an ML and not a team total because I do want to kind of back him a little bit too.
Okay. Yeah, there's some weird magic going on with that kid. I don't know what it is. He's also literally high 24/7. I should have found the tweet pre-show for today because it's probably not easy to find, but they call him Marijuana Mitch because in every picture I've ever seen of this guy, looks like he's hanging out with Trent.
Dude, what's he like?
That's what he's going to do to get locked in on
Cody Bellinger?
You know, he is a DC guy now, right? Maybe he's just partaking in the festivities. I don't know. But man, Marijuana Mitch, we're going to need an absolute gem out of you. If he needs to slow down today a little bit, slow down that game, take a couple puffs in the dugout, whatever you got to do, Marijuana Mitch. Just keep doing what you've been doing because you got a 3 ERA. You're a 20th prospect in the Nats org that can't even develop pitchers. Whatever's going on right now is an anomaly. Now, are we due for one of these guys working out? Fuck yeah, we're due for one of these guys working out. I look around the league, I see all these teams with their 25th prospects ended up being the next big star, or at least a guy in the middle of that rotation for the next couple of years. Where's our guys? Okay. Oh, there he is.
That's crazy.
Bro, that's not even a bad one.
Dude,
that's not even a bad one.
Literally chopped to
I've seen some where like
Jupiter.
His eyelids are redder than my beard.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Marijuana Mitch. We need you to lock in today, brother. Trent, if you're watching right now, this could be your next Goat Whale member for next season if he hangs around. Could be a friend of the program. Okay? Bro is gone. Whatever he's got to do to keep doing what he's been doing. Okay, write that one down. That's a lot of doings. Whatever he's got to do to keep doing what he's been doing, he should keep doing. Marijuana Mitch, lock in today. We're going to need it if Javon's betting on the Nats ML. Holy shit. Did not think I'd see the day.
Yeah,
Love
it's going to
it.
happen today. And also, I mean, for what it's worth, I know the Twins aren't great right now, but Pablo Lopez is on the mound, and I saw 180 to like 160 on the ML for the Twins,
Yeah,
which
and that
is
doesn't make a whole lot of sense because the Twins mash lefties, or at least hit way better against
dead.
lefties than they do
Yeah.
righties.
Yeah. And I mean, it's Mitchell Parker in a low total game, so maybe a little sharp action there, but 20 cents just about as interesting.
Mm. Put the jersey on and get out there, Krabs. You know what? The way their offense has been looking, they could probably use a guy to get on base with some contact at the bottom of that order. Can't be worse. Can't be worse. White Sox win today. They might. They got Eric Fedde on the bump. Best pitcher in fucking MLB. You might win the Cy Young here too after winning the Cy Young over there in the KBO. I mean, it's not even a joke at this point. The guy's just good. The guy's good. Have you watched him pitch recently?
Yeah, he's been kind of dialed. He's just I don't know what happened in Korea or something, but they developed him better than that's good.
It's kind of sad when you sit back and think about it, right? The NC Dinos have a better pitching development program than the Washington Nationals, right? Like that shouldn't be a thing. People should be fired and lose their jobs from that. But we're here. He's back. Life is good for him. Rooting for Eric Fedde. Gosh, man. Imagine working for the Nats. Imagine being Jim Hickey. And you let that guy go. Although I don't even think Hickey was the coach when Eric Fedde was in the Nats. But
yeah, he might not have been there.
It's like, dude, you just got outclassed, outworked, outmanned, outgunned by the NC Dinos.
Now we do. While we're talking about it, though, we do gotta point this out. Fedde does have an earned run square up against the Musha Jays offense after back-to-back shutouts. Just gotta say that.
Interesting. Maybe it's not Fedde's best day today after talking him up. Okay.
Maybe not.
All right. Let's keep moving and grooving here, folks. You guys seem like you're itching for some plays. Holy Howitzers wants to hear about the Royals. Did I ever get the replica ring? I did not, bro. I need to get the replica ring. Please tell me you're about to hook me up. And yeah, if anybody wants to go to the Nats game tomorrow and vibe in the outfields, we're going. All right. And I'll have a fucking glove on me. I'll keep that motherfucking thing on me. Okay. Unbelievable. All right. Royals. Let's talk about them because I did have a couple, different thoughts about this game, but I ended up just going with the Royals on the ML here because they opened up, minus 120 against Olsen, who's been unbelievable. I also wouldn't mind runs in this game either. Now, baseball brain said, wait a minute, Krabs. Michael Walker's kind of doing his thing right now, right? Mooshit start to the season, took him a while. We see this a lot with these veterans. It takes them a little bit to get into midseason form. Walker finally coming off of, a couple consecutive solid starts. He's been much better over the last, 4 or 5 starts than he was the first 4 or 5. And that's why the Royals are a favorite here in the spot against Olsen, who's been nails. Okay, now the Royals are 29-19, 10 games over 500, playing a team that is 500 at home. So they should probably be favorites. But I do like the Waka, as a favorite angle here with how Mooshit overall he's been this season. I kind of still want to buy low, I guess you could call it, on Waka after a couple good starts. I still think he's got a little bit of gas left in the tank. This game's on Fox Sports 1 late night tonight. The Royals have treated all bettors very, very well this season. I've been kind of blown. I haven't really been able to get involved. They've been too public, too trendy, too fun, too goods. Today's the day I can finally get involved here. Jovan, I want your thoughts, though, because I almost ended up going with this first 5 over, looking at the prize picks board, because it's not looking like Waka's going to throw a shutout today.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll tell you about the total because I've been very firm on my stance that the Royals bats are still dead, even though they put up runs against the A's. But other than that, they've been pretty moo shit since their insanity run. So like everything has to be screaming at me to back like an over in their games because they're damn near always 9 or higher when they're at home. Because I don't know why they get that respect, but they just do. So I'm not terribly interested in the total, but I can get down with the Royals. It feels like one of those series. I mean, the Tigers just had one of the weirdest series all time, I guess, in Arizona, which I don't know if that was just their bats clicking, randomly at the right couple times, or the D-backs are just really struggling in that series, even though they started to play better like right before that, or what it is. But like their offense got going, so I don't want to back that coming into the series either. I think that probably dies. It feels like a low-scoring Royals win to me, I would say.
Okay. All right. Well, that Olsen square up on the board makes me think he's going to get rocked today, at least for 3 runs. Maybe not for 10. Maybe not for a crooked number. crooked number, but at least for a couple early, right? I mean, it's the Reddest chart I've ever seen on Prize Picks, at least for today. I think Olsen gives up a couple runs. Not a hot take. Totals at 9 in this game, and they are underdogs. But looking at how he's been pitching recently, I mean, wouldn't mind fading Olsen's fantasy score. Wouldn't mind fading pretty much every square he's got up there on the board for today, because I do think it will be not a great start for the young gun, going against the Royals on the road today. Pretty much everything on Prize Picks is pointing towards Reese Olsen having a bad start. I'd say 80% of the stuff on the board tells me Waka's going to get lit up, but that's kind of my hesitancies there. Maybe Waka stays locked, and maybe does enough where this game doesn't go over. It's still an over. I hate taking overs unless we absolutely have to, or unless it's an absolutely disgusting narrative like the Guardians over that's super high today with that wins. But in this sense, I could get behind a little Royals ML instead of backing that over. I don't want to deal with any sort of team total overs either here. I think we just go for the jugular. We take the ML that opened up -120 with Waka's ERA more than twice as high as Reese Olsen's.
Yeah. You know what I see in this game? I think it's one where like Reese Olsen spawns with like a bad inning in like the second or third, and then it's one of those where we see no runs for like 6 innings.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got our local Tiger Sharp hitting the chat. SBR bets, love to see that. Reese Olsen 0-7 with a 2.09 ERA. Well, he's not 0-7. He is 0-4 though, and he might have the Max Scherzer syndrome right now, where he goes out there and shoves and gets negative run support every time he's out there. So we see that a lot in baseball. Some of these pitchers get crazy run supports. Every time they pitch, it makes no sense. Some of these guys, the exact opposite. They get 0 run supports right now. That's Reese Olsen. Let's hope that continues tonight. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, crazy spawnage from SBR. It's been a while, my man. Good to hear from you, SBR.
Lurkage.
Perfect timing. So why you've been watching since 2021, Tucker? Y'all are terrible. Ooh. Tucker's talking some shit, but he's been subscribed and in here for years. That's okay.
Dude, that dude's in here bitching every fucking day.
He might need it. Maybe this is his therapy. Good.
Yeah, they're fans. Best fans.
Cease is getting pissed on. Yeah, Mikey, it is what it is, man. Just chalk it up. Move on. Chalk it up and move. All right, that sharp under. Go ahead and throw that ticket out. It's not going to hit. Hate to say. All right, I want to hear about Jovan's under in LA tonight against the Diamondbacks. What do you got for me?
Yeah, so they're going to have Yamamoto going for the Dodgers, which, again, it kind of doesn't have too much to do with him. D-backs offense, super disappointing over the weekend. I think that's just kind of what they are right now. It's like Yamamoto, you're going to get to him with guys, especially like lefties that have Yamamoto's meat is hilarious. Lefties that have
unbelievable
a lot of power, and like this lineup as a whole just hasn't really shown that yet. So I think he pitches really well, but I really like what the D-backs are going to do today, because Slade Ciccone is supposed to pitch, and he's going to, but he's going to do it behind an opener, which I think is huge, because Mantiply is opening for him, which does 2 different things. First, you get like the lefty stack out of the way with a lefty in there. So like he's going to face Freddie and Ohtani, the little stack, which is huge, that Ciccone doesn't have to go through them a time more than usual. But Ciccone's also a guy who like just falls apart after, like second and a half time through the lineup, I guess you could say. So his outing is going to be a little shortened. It's going to be like an opener bulk game type start, not a full bullpen game, but I think they're trying to figure out what best to do with Ciccone, and I think this kind of works, especially against the Dodgers, which probably talk about this more on the series preview in a bit, but they have been dog meat against a couple bullpen games that you've seen them play. I know Trent was bitching, like the Reds had one earlier this week where they put 5 guys pretty much before they sent in Nick Martinez. What happened? They scored 2 runs. The D-backs did one earlier this season. They scored 3 runs. It's just Dodgers against bullpen games, especially when you have a lefty to kind of platoon against Freddie and Shohei, they haven't been great. So like I think this is one of those games that's pretty low scoring, and we're going to see Yamamoto have a really good performance, and Ciccone's going to look pretty decent too.
Okay. Little under in LA tonight. Who the hell wants to take that? Probably nobody. Good spot to be in.
Yeah.
Total down to 8 some places now. Sheesh. Ooh. All right, we're back in Yamamoose meat tonight. You feel confident in him though?
I do, honestly. Like I was talking about, like when you think about the teams that have like destroyed him, or at least the guys that have destroyed him, it's been like the stray nukes from a couple like big time power hitters, and like I guess you can say like Jock is that, Ketel Marte, who I think he's still on like the like 16, 17 game hitting streak, like maybe he's that, but like D-backs as a lineup haven't really done that, so I'm not too frightened.
Okay. All right. Somebody in chat saying, did you guys touch on the short line in the Brewers game? We did not yet, but I wanted to make my opinions very clear about that game and also the Cardinals and O's game that people were asking about in chat. I know the Cardinals have played a little bit better recently. I don't care. I'm not betting them. I'm not falling for it. I know they have the better arm of the bump in Sonny Gray against Kramer, and the Orioles get 0 line respect anyway, so I'm not falling for that bullshit. Keep the Cards out of my bet slips. They're not sharp. They're just always favorites and always getting line respect, and they barely ever respect coins. Not doing it. No, thank you. And then regarding the Miami-Milwaukee short line, Miami was just on fire. They just ripped off like 5 wins in a row. I know they lost their last game, so their little win streak is over. I'd say stay off of it. I don't think the line is that weird. Joe Ross is pretty fucking terrible, but I do think he pitches a little bit better than Weathers does today. I still like the Brew Crew. Even with that short line, they probably should be minus 150. I don't care. I'm not falling for the fake sharp Marlins at home. Coming off of a couple pretty solid games. They've won 5 of the last 6. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I am going to get involved some way or another. I haven't really decided if it's going to be with the Marlins or just taking the over in this game. But something might have to be done because like the Marlins have been, I guess, playing a little better, but like with some of the lines we've seen from Joe Ross, especially, like he's always been getting like a lot more respect than really he should line wise, which now that he's not getting it against the Marlins, it's a little weird to me. And maybe I don't know. Do you see Skip Shoemaker go and call out Sixto the other day for being moo shit? I think I posted about that last night, maybe, but maybe that as a whole just kind of fires up the whole team to go out and fucking do something in this series. You know, getting home against a team with some arms they could beat.
All right. Hey, I don't like any Joe Ross slander on here, though.
No, and that's legend, of course. But AARP checks are starting to come in the mail.
Yeah, I mean, he's not good. All right, Jovan saying maybe those weird lines pay out today. I'm saying you stick with the guns and do not get cute with these teams that are off to the side that never respect coins. We'll see who ends up on top. I just don't have the cojones for it anymore. I can't.
To be fair, like if you don't have the nuts for it, completely justified. The Marlins bullpen is also once again in shambles. So if you're going to if you think the Marlins are going to be scrappy in this game, which I kind of think they do, and I think they score some runs off of Joe Ross, there's probably a nearly guaranteed 3+ off the Marlins bullpen, whoever's actually available to pitch tonight too. So that's why I kind of said the overs in the back of my brain too.
Okay. Also, maybe a little Marlins first 5 action. Avoid that bullpen in entirety.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. All right. That's fair. Let's talk about the prize pick squares. All right. I got Reese Olson up there for more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. I feel like I don't have to go over that one anymore. We've already beat that one to a pulp. But we've got Reese Olson up there on the board for probably the weirdest square, at least the weirdest earned run square that I've seen probably in a week on prize picks. He's coming off of 2 shutouts in his last 3 starts. He's given up only 2 runs total in his last 4 starts. And he's up for 2.5 earned runs allowed against the Royals. Well, I do like runs in this game, and I do think the Royals win this game, so we're fade the living fuck out of Reese Olson every way we can today with the Royals ML, and with fading Reese Olson on prize picks, taking his more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. He gives up 3 early in this contest. It's not even going to be a sweat. One more square I've got for you guys up there on the board as well before we kick it to Jovan. We've got, when is the last one? Carlos Correa, sure. This guy hasn't scored a run in forever. He's going up against the Nats today. I'm with you, Jovan. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nats pull out a win here, and maybe Mitchell Parker, continues his dynasty and domination out of nowhere. But I thought the total moving down was a little weird in this game. Maybe that's because the Nats offense has been so pitiful recently, but seeing the Nats catch 20 cents of steam, seeing the total drop a whole run, pretty fucking weird. But I'm sticking with my guns here. I'm back in this weird chart. I'm back in Carlos Correa, who hasn't scored since Nam, to get a run cross home plate against the measly Nats.
Yeah, I can respect that. I was a little scared of the total movement initially, but I think I'm just fully betting against it at this point. Okay. I think there's going to be runs in this game. Obviously more from the Nats than the Twins, but I think we see fireworks.
All right. Reese Olson has to be the only sub-3 ERA pitcher that's 0-4. He might be this year, but every once in a while you do see that bullshit. Sucks for him. It's going to continue again today.
Yep.
Jovan, give me the rundown. You already went over Dewana Bonner, but I want to hear about Lindor real quick.
Yeah, he's making his return to Cleveland for the first time today. So it's slept on narrative. Slept on narrative today. Yeah, it's a little surprising that hasn't been there yet. I think he's played them in New York, but not in Cleveland. So big game today. I think he's going to absolutely show out, which the narrative was just an added plus. Like I talked about, we're going to be seeing at some point, I think it's supposed to start, going like directly east to west or whatever it is, but the wind's going to be blowing out in Cleveland at some point in this game. But he also gets to face Ben Lively, who is a heavy fastball pitcher and cannot keep the ball on the ground. So regardless of whether this comes at the beginning or when we're seeing stronger winds, kind of middle to later part of the game, I think that's a really good matchup for him. He's kind of struggled against fastballs early on this season, but he's been very unlucky because he's been hitting the ball hard. Now he essentially gets to sit on a fastball because he knows it's coming from Ben Lively. And if he gets it in the air in Cleveland, it's getting out. So like I think we're going to see him. I'll have to target lefties when we're talking about the Guardians' little wind tunnel there. Guess who's a lefty and is going to pepper that right field fence today? I think it's going to be Lindor.
Okay, Lindor coming through today. I'm in. Sign me up, a little revenge game narrative. Okay.
Yeah.
Tiger Rock coming in, resubbing as well a minute ago for 10 months. Love that, Tiger Rock. W's, that's hearts. We got Curbs coming in 2 minutes ago and resubbing as well. Nas Reeds, all caps.
Goats.
Biggest Nas Reed fan of all time right there from Curbs. W's. We got Twitch Matty Ice coming in hot, 13 months, resubbing. Oilers winning tonight, question mark. Could be a good time to pivot and talk about the ice.
We can talk about that.
Let's go to that game. I've talked about this series. I've talked about Vancouver. Had a weird feeling about Vancouver pretty much the whole year. I feel like nobody wants them. They never do shit. There's something about this team. I don't know if I'm going to get to the counter, Jovan, but I definitely have not seen a Vancouver slip all day.
You want to know why?
Let me get to the why.
You know how people can't stand the Canucks offense because they don't watch the games and they just see low SOG totals and they just kind of spawn with goals. Well, the one guy that their offense revolves around is not playing today and for the rest of the season because you got blood clots. So like Brock Besser, that's why, scary situation. But that's why the Oilers went like 140 to 160. So now so now you have the Canucks without arguably, I would say best goalie in the league this season, Thatcher Demko. They've been playing without for a series and a half. Now, essentially their entire offense is out. So that's why you're not going to see a single person on the Canucks today, maybe besides us, because I am taking the Canucks. Didn't make the Sharp report, but it's right up there with them. I think like the thing about the Oilers is they're essentially the Leafs of the West without, maybe a little less heartbreak, a little less history. But what's happening right now? You have every chip in the world stacked in favor of the Oilers. You have all the pressure on them because the Canucks, what are they doing right now? Yeah. Except for one, of course. Home ice.
On the road.
Yeah. Home ice is huge. And you know why that's the one I was going to say that was the one I'm leaning into because we don't get many all-Canadian series in the playoffs outside of like COVID year and then like the one Flame series that we had with the Oilers. So this is a big deal. Now they're playing on home ice. Yes, they're playing for Brock and not with Brock because scary situation. He's not going to be on the ice. But this team, the crutch of the team is not offense. It's defense. That's how they play. We have a 5.5 total. I like the under in the game too. I think they're going to really hammer down defensively and it's going to be a low scoring slugfest, which is part of their game. But like I said, pressure's all on the Oilers in this game. And what happens when the pressure's all on the Oilers? Same thing that I said when people were starting to get hope back about the Leafs in the Bruins series, they fold. So you guess where I'm going to put my coins against the team that consistently folds when they're playing a really strong defensive team. And it seems like they should blow them out in this game, just like they did in game 6.
Canucks ML.
Yeah.
Sure. And then this guy also really wants us to take a CFL preseason game. The Riders on the ML. Jovan, any thoughts?
Dude. No way we got CFL preseason action. Load it up.
No, we don't.
That's crazy.
He really wants us to take it, bro.
And I guarantee that shit's going to be free.
Oh, it's Canadian Football League. Sure. CFL, Riders ML.
CFL. Shit's probably
Shit
air.
might be sharp. He's saying that. We can't rule it out yet, Jovan. We don't know the background. We don't know how these teams have played. Well,
Probably
it's preseason,
3.
so I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. Little Saskatchewan POD.
Why is this the fattest line for the series at home? Bosser makes it moves that much. I mean, yeah,
Yes.
20 cents, I guess, for their best player.
Yeah, I mean, he's the for a team that doesn't have much offense, when you lose the guy that literally facilitates all of it, like, yeah, it matters a lot.
Oh, he's got boots on ground.
Wow. Yeah, I might have to tell that in silence.
What time is that game tonight, my man? And is there any way to even watch it? Are you even able to watch it?
I'm looking
Why
for lines, and I only see the Winnipeg Saskatchewan game, not the Ritters game, whatever the team is.
That's
Saskatchewan is the Riders.
It says
Yeah, that's gotta be.
Rough
Gotta be.
Riders.
Rough Riders.
That's what got me. That's what got me.
Okay.
GG Goods.
DJ.
Oh, we got lines up, folks.
Wow, what a pick 'em.
Oh, it's a pick 'em. Do we have a time for this, Goots? Do we
Well,
know
look at
what
this,
we say?
Krabs.
401.
You see the Grey Cup winner odds right below them? We're betting against the
Of course I
favorites. Betting against the favorites in the preseason. This could be like Commanders Ravens preseason.
All right, let's lock in here for a second. We got the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who are the odds-on favorites to win the Grey Cup. I'm sure most of you already knew that, but we have it up on the screen here just in case you don't. Plus 200. The next closest team is plus 490, the BC Lions. So this team that's an absolute wagon, best team, by far in this league, they're getting serious line respect in the first preseason game, is barely even a favorite. I wouldn't even call them a favorite. It's a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em.
Minus 110 both ways. And the team they're playing tonight, the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Have you ever heard of them? Probably not. That's okay. They've got the 6th shortest odds to win this Grey Cup. There might only be 6 teams in this league. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's no third. There's no
only
third
6
row.
teams, right? Or maybe there's 8. Whatever it is, they're near the bottom.
Whatever it is, I'm taking the Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
There's 9 teams in CFL.
Wow,
9 teams,
but only 6 are worthy of some odds. Okay.
There might be more.
Okay.
9 teams is such a weird number. What are we doing in Canada, man? But yeah, we're betting against the favorite. It's a pick 'em in the preseason. I'm actually so in.
You know what? Go ahead and add the Saskatchewan Rough Riders on the ML to my card.
I'm adding it to the card. I'm telling that.
Is Doug Flutie their QB? What, dude?
Yeah, can we get some roster checks?
Does anybody know who plays QB for the Blue Bombers or the Rough Riders? Now would be the time. Anyways, Brett Favre rumors. Could Brett Favre be making his return?
Dude,
rumors is crazy.
Jack Cohn is on the team.
Bro.
No way.
There's actually
the
no
old
shot.
Notre Dame quarterback?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Huh.
Tell me he's not the starter.
I'm not sure.
Are you doing some roster checks right now?
I am. They have Shea Patterson as well, apparently.
Shea Patterson?
Tell me he's a starter, bro.
Somebody in chat will let us know. We got Zach.
Trevor Harris.
Caleris on the Bombers. I don't know who that is. Hey, Madul, we need some background on these two teams. Who's the starting QB for both squads?
Well, I guess we're gonna see fucking all of them though, because it's preseason.
That's a good point. You might see all of them. They're gonna have all the backups out there too. We have to cap every single one of them. Okay.
Yeah, dude, I'm so in.
Well, we might have to table this one for now. Max Duggan, that's a low blow. Keep busy. That's a low blow. Eddie Lacy starting running back. Okay, grow up. Riders to win 1-13 is plus 150, but the Bombers to win 1-13 is plus 160.
I mean, it's like a pick 'em.
Okay. Trevor Harris for the Riders. They're playing their starters, allegedly. Okay. All right. Well, let's pivot back and talk a little bit about the fast food rankings. I want to pull those up real quick. People are losing their minds for this graphic, Jovan. I want your thoughts. We crafted this puppy up earlier this morning. People are hating on it. They're saying we didn't put this there. We put this too high, this too low. I want chat's thoughts. BTL, sharpest chat out there in all the lands. Best fast food restaurants. What are we thinking here, chat? McDonald's, I feel like, was the right pick for number one. They're everywhere. You know, they're always open. They're there when you need the most. Chick-fil-A up there, always consistent. They're everywhere too now. Taco Bell, getting some serious line respect. That's probably my best bet for a favorite. If I'm laying it with one of those top 3 teams, I'm probably going T-Bell, personally. I don't think T-Bell ever misses. Besides the Mexican pizza, everything on that menu is elite. They don't miss.
Taco Bell banks. Literally never fails.
Taco Bell does not miss. Okay, In-N-Out getting way too much line respect here, in my opinion. Raising Cane's and Whataburger at plus 900 and plus 1150. Talk about value plays. I mean, those are 2 wagons that, in my opinion, if I was making a list, I'd probably have them, right up there with the Taco Bells, the Chick-fil-A's of the world. I'd have them ahead of In-N-Out. That's for sure. Come on.
I don't know. You know what I'm gonna say, Krabs?
I
think Raising Cane's is mid.
That's crazy.
Mid.
You're tired of
this guy say it. It's just so. I mean, the menu itself is just bland. But like, we got to put some seasoning on the fucking chicken. Literally any bit of seasoning. Put it on the chicken because there is none.
I will say I agree with you a little bit because it does get a little like repetitive.
Especially when like you can't even go there and say like your Chick-fil-A, get a spicy nugget with sauce. Like it's the same shit every time. Like
the Texas toast for some reason just blows me away every time.
The toast is a great ad. The Arnold Palmer on the side always hits. But like if I'm going to get fried chicken, I'm going to get cookout chicken that actually has seasoning on it. Just something.
There's no way you're picking cookout.
Cookout is
tender.
fire.
No, I was saying cookout is like an adjective.
I love
not literal cookout restaurant. I want chicken with seasoning on it. But cookout also gas.
Am I invited to the cookout?
Holy Mike.
Holy
Mike,
Moose
Mike, bro.
AirPod users are bleeding out of the ears. It's gushing out. It shot the AirPod out. It's coming out so fast. Sink. There it goes. See you from the loud mic. Yeah, I strongly disagree, but that's probably because they don't really have Cane's up here by me, Jovan. So every once in a while, I'll get that craving. Down there by you got that place on every fucking street corner.
Yeah,
right?
It's a good like if you're going somewhere that has it and like you don't live there, like it's gonna hit. It's just like give me something else, man.
Moose sausage.
Still in literal quail piss.
Just to echo wrong something or another.
Yeah,
I do want this on record too. Arby's should not be getting plus 2,000.
Dude, Arby's is rat shit. Jack in the Box is also rat shit.
Wrong input, GG.
I bet.
Are we good though now?
Quiet, but
yeah, a little quiet, but yeah, you're good.
There we go.
W.
W's.
Well,
you're good, bro. Arby's plus 2,000 is just ludicrous disrespect. It's just too much disrespect. The buff chick
plus
sliders.
2 million. Plus 2 million.
The buff chick sliders. You ever have one?
No, I like my stomach a little too much. I got a
judgment,
little too much respect for it.
Your judgment on Arby's is now thrown out because you haven't had a buffalo chicken slider from Arby's.
I think in my mind, there's 2 acceptable things from Arby's, which I guess that's really one. You get a little French dip with the curly fries. That's the only thing I will ever respect from Arby's.
You know when you take a bite into it, though, you're like, this doesn't feel right. Because French dip, I feel like you get almost at like a nice establishment. French dip, it's like, you go up to the street to a TGI Fridays or, Chili's. They probably don't have the French dip on the menu, right? You got to go to another place a little step up. Putting the French dip on the Arby's menu, I always thought was a crazy move. And you could tell biting into it, you're like, this doesn't feel right, but it tastes good. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Their French dip is their best entree.
Dude, like, I mean, from like the travel ball days where we like go out and get a sandwich back when like Subway was good or like Arby's was there, like I'd try to get another sandwich and it just tastes like I was eating squirrel meat, like anything else.
I mean, they
other
put
than
like
French dip.
7 pounds of fucking low quality, deli meat on a sandwich. That's probably not the move at Arby's. You got to think outside the box at Arby's, really. You do. You got to think outside the box. You got to go off the menu, off the beaten path. The beef and chad tastes like shit.
Moose.
Anybody who says the beef and chad,
Moose,
anyone who says they like the beef and chad is lying through their fucking teeth.
Through their teeth.
They're lying. But you get the French dip, you get the buff chick slider. They got good mott sticks, good fries. You just got to make the right call. Is really what it comes down to.
You know what I think should have been on this list in the bottom somewhere. Definitely above Arby's, Jack in the Box, whatever, like the rest of those bullshit. Sonic. I'm a Sonic respecter. I don't really go there for like a main meal, but they're this versatile. They got the fucking everything frozen. They got all the sides, the pretzel sticks, the mozz. The food's good enough to carry there.
We talked about Sonic, but it ultimately didn't make the list.
Yeah, I think that's robbery. I think Sonic right there, Chaka, around like maybe plus 1,200, or I guess put it below Panda, like plus 1,400. It's got to be there.
I'm just gonna say it. If you get the milkshake at Arby's, you deserve to find a dead rat in there.
Chill time.
Because you look someone in the eyes, another member of society, and said the words, "I would like a milkshake from Arby's, please." You signed up for that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, go to Cold Stone Creamery like a grown up. Give me a break. Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. should not sniff this list. Carl's Jr. is going to be on a new list, the most moose shit fast food places. Come on. All right. Let's lock in. We got less than 10 minutes. Okay, enough debating fast food. I know it's a very trending topic right now, but let's go ahead and move on. All right, chat. I've had enough of the Whataburger disrespects and the Raising Cane's disrespects. Those should be, their odds should be cut in half. Let's move on and get this shit off the fucking screen. Let's lock in, Jovan.
Arby's, okay. We have the meats.
Bro.
Arby's.
That dude. Just had to play that
to the soundboard.
Just had to play that.
We have the meats. Their commercials are aggressive.
Very aggressive.
That's
that guy's voice. It's like he really wants you to get those meats.
He does.
And it's almost like when you get yelled at by someone older than you or bigger than you, that guy talking to you, it's like I might have to go to Arby's or else something bad's gonna happen.
Have to.
What happens if I don't get the meats? Am I gonna get my knee?
Yeah, I feel like he's holding me at gunpoint.
Yeah, we have the meats. Come get them. I'm like, I think I'm good on those meats.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Culver's 100% should be on the list too, but it's not everywhere. So I guess you can.
Culver's was also discussed.
Culver's gas.
Like a person, I've never had Culver's.
Yeah, so it's a tough sell to people who don't know it. But like if it was everywhere, it's going in my top 5. Sure.
What do they have? Is it burgers?
Yeah, butter burgers, cheese curds. They have their own little concrete like your shakes things, but they're really custard.
Oh, good.
Just
so
all around.
Good.
No, I wouldn't say that. But it's gas. That's what it is. If I want a quality burger, I'm going there over Mid-N-Out for sure.
In-N-Out is fucking mid.
It's just like people slurp it off like it's the greatest thing ever invented. Like it's just a decent fast food establishment. Nothing more, nothing less.
Portillo's is solid. I wouldn't mind Portillo's being up there. I wouldn't mind it. I feel like we also went to a good Portillo's.
Yeah, the one that's like 20 minutes from here is literal dog shit. So I'm good there.
Well, beat. All right, let's lock in here. W's chat. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We got Anth V coming in, resubbing White Sox first 5 plus a half. Sure. Eric Fetty Day. Love that. He's celebrating. He's partaking in the festivities. Chat, once again, if you hopped in late, if you're watching on the YouTubes, come on over to the Twitch. We're about to do the squad ride here so you can get your vote in, and then you can go right back over to the YouTubes. We have TMA from earlier today. If you missed it, you can go back and rewatch on YouTube as well. And we've got the Surge stream coming up after this. We've got Jovan's MLB series report going up on the YouTubes. We've got Trent's Yap up on the YouTube right now. He's probably bitching about the Thunder game being there, boots on ground. Unbelievable job from him and Lauren at the game this weekend. Can we clap it up for them? I know it was not the result we wanted. But sitting next to the fucking team on the bench, I mean, that's got to be bucket list type for Trent, so I'm happy with him. They were giving him gum. They were hanging out. They were talking to him. That was fucking sick. And I know the team blew it. I get it. But that's got to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I mean, I still stand on it. The best time I've had at a game was sitting next to Spencer Dinwiddie's baby mama at a Wizards game for the first home game of the season. If that was my best, sports experience, being courtside for an NBA game, I swear to God, Jovan, I stand on it.
That is
I can't even imagine how you felt, Trent.
Statement.
Sit next to the boys. It's true. Sitting courtside at an NBA game is different.
I gotta get
because you're standing right next to the Giants, right? You're standing right next to these behemoths. You don't realize how fucking big they are until you're out there on the court. It's nuts,
dude. I honestly can't believe that those are seats that you could buy.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought you'd be on the other side.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I know the view was probably blocked for a second, whatever, but I mean, you're legitimately sitting next to the team. That's sick.
It would have been a lot if Steve ended up making the game. Like, I'm so glad Lauren was there because, like, I don't know, she was just a W cameraman when I needed it. But it would have just been like so fucking cluster fucked. If Steve and I are both there, like trying to make noise. I don't know. I don't feel like it would have been the same, to be honest. But I'm bummed he didn't make it. We'll definitely run it back. But Lauren was a huge W.
Let's go, Lauren. W's. Good work. All right. W teamwork. Trent, I know it was a tough night, not the outcome you wanted, but still, I mean, once in a lifetime type. You're sitting next to the fucking squad. They're handing you gum. They're hanging out. They're giving you towels. They're talking to you. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy, bro. It was nuts.
All
Honestly,
right. Well, hey, that team's young. They'll be back.
Being courtside at the game, it's like hard to really get a read of the game itself. Like runs, like you don't really know runs when you're there, right? You don't see any graphics or anything. You know, it's just strictly what's going on in front of you. So it was hard to like I had no idea who was going off. Can't see the scoreboard because it's straight above my head, you know. So I have no idea how many points anybody has. You know, but I mean, it's still an insane experience. Yeah, my mom deadass thought that was a real picture.
Okay. Well, unbelievable. I mean, it might as well have been that where you were sitting. You know what I mean? Look, Trent, your boys are young. They'll be back.
They'll be back.
Right? They'll be back in that puppy next year. Good shit, holding it down. WLC, W filmographer. I don't even know if that's the right word, but great work at the game.
Sure.
You guys killed it. All right. You'll be back. You'll be back. All right. Dubs. Well, chat, stick around. We got the Surge stream starting up right after this. All right. Come up, pitch Trent a play, will ya? He's starving for a winner. We need Trent's locked in and finding W's on the slate, now looking like he's in mood shit right there in this video.
Did you
get
the
gum that the team gave you though? We're about to do it right now. God, that Chet jersey's fresh too with the Prize Picks hat as well.
I got to give my flowers too to Mikey and Lauren. They're the reason I wore the full kit, and I'm so glad I ended up wearing it. I was not going to wear it. There was never a debate whether I was going to wear it or not. I was never wearing it. And Mikey was like just pressing. And then I had to call Lauren for advice, and she gave me the thumbs up. And then I called my sister, and when my sister said, yeah, you need to do it, I was like, all right, fuck it. My own sister's telling me to do it. I'll fucking do it.
Dude, yeah. I mean, look, it's OKC Thunder. I don't know if they have any other super fans or people who are fans of the team. You're their guy. You don't think they don't fucking know who you are? You're rooting them on all year. You root them on when they were moose shits. They appreciate that. They know that. They're not stupid. That's why they're giving you gum on the sidelines. That's why they're talking with you every once in a while.
Coolest
they respect
thing.
What you're doing, and they're just happy they got a super fan there next to them. You know what I mean?
Coolest thing that happened. So when I was there for Christmas, and I was sitting courtside, Giddy was inbounding like right in front of me, and he like made eye contact with me walking over to the base sideline, and like gave me one of these, and I like gave him back, but I wasn't sure if he actually like was doing it on purpose because he knew who I was or just because we made eye contact or whatever. But I made that like one video of him when he got a triple double. I was dry humping the bed and shit, you know, and he stitched it. So I'm like, maybe he knows who I am, but I don't know.
Dude, he does.
And then right after this video was filmed of the gum, Giddy goes to sit down and like looks over and then double takes and notices that it's me, and he just goes,
hey, let's go. I'm telling you, bro. They know, like, it's not the Knicks. There's not 10, 20 celebrities at every fucking game. This is the OKC Thunder. You've been rooting for this team since they were dog shits. They better be giving you points. They better be giving you heads up. What's ups? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've been around. W's. There's the gum video. Insane.
Hilarious.
All right, let's lock in. We're already over our time here, but that was also good storytelling from Trent about the OKC courtside vibes. And Jovan, to address what I said in the beginning, I still stand on it. The best sporting event I've ever been to was Wizards courtside, first home game of the season 2 years ago, sitting next to Spencer Dinwiddie's baby mama, an annoying ass kid that was yapping and running around the floor the entire time. I'm not joking. That was the best experience I've had of the game. They won in overtime. It was electric, but just being out there on the courts at a Wizards game, it didn't matter how moose shit they were. The food, all you can eat, all you can drink, they bring it to you. You got waiters, waitresses, whatever. You're literally boots on ground. We talk about it all the time, but feet are on the floor. It's the coolest experience in sports. I stand on it. And if I'm saying that going to a Wizards game, I feel like it might have some truth to it. Because I've been to a lot of games.
Just might.
Absurd. Yeah, the Dinwiddie game of 2022. I'm going to tell my grandkids about. It was the only good game he ever had on the fucking Wizards. All right, let's move. Let's groove. We got a squad ride to craft up here, chat. Let's lock in, Goots. Run that shit. All right, chat. Not going to jinx anything, but I do want to say much better week last week on the squad rides. Much better week on the plays last week. Gambling's a roller coaster. Sports betting's a roller coaster. We're not going to win every week, but I like the way we're moving and grooving and trending. I do. All right, let's lock in today. Let's find a squad ride W. Jovan, I know you got a couple plays you love up your sleeves. Let's get surgical. Let's lock in here. It's got to be the over in that Guardians game.
Yes, of course.
It's got to be.
Got to be.
We'll start with that. Okay. We'll go Mets Guardians over 9, and I believe that's still what the line is at.
It's been pretty split like all morning. Like some places are hanging 8.5, some are 9. So I mean, take what you can. I don't think it's going to matter. It either soars under, or soars over, and obviously we think it's the latter. Yeah.
Yep. It fucking better be the latter.
Yeah, I was forgetting what I said first.
Let's go Royals ML if you're good with it.
Sure.
Just wanted to give you some flowers for that Royals over. You texted Davis.
Sure. That was sweaty as fuck.
We both wailed it, bro.
Yeah, I had 1,000 on it. Not gonna lie. It hit. It was dead though. I mean, down to their last strike, 0-2 count.
Hilarious.
I believe at least 2 strikes in the last at bat, and Brett Rooker hits a fucking nuke. I mean, I was just waiting for it all game. There should have been 20 runs in it, but whatever. W play. Mets Guardians over 9. Royals ML, you good with?
Yeah, I'm good with that. This could be a good point here too, Krabs. No NBA today, just the one hockey game 7. This is like the one day the NBA or the MLB kind of has somewhat to themselves. Maybe we see some juice baseballs today. Hopefully not in Arizona or LA where that game is,
LA.
but everywhere else.
Will be a good time to whip out those juice baseballs. That's
Be
for
a
sure.
great time.
Do you want to take? So maybe we leave that under out unless we need it. The Dodgers under, in case there's any bullshits.
I don't have any issues, juiced or not, taking that under. But it's up to you.
Also, the Nats are on this fucking list, man. I feel like we just have to keep them out.
It's kind of soft from you, Krabs.
I feel like we got to keep them out. Bad
Soft.
things happen when we take that team.
Literally soft.
Canucks ML.
Of course, I'm down.
Would you rather put that in or the under?
I mean, I think the under is probably the better bets, but
Let me check. Let me look at the splits. All right, let's take the under. It's hitting. Let's not get cute. I know there's a plus sign out there. That doesn't mean we have to take it. Let's take the under 5.5. You could still get that at plus money some places too.
yeah.
For that. Edmonton, Vancouver, game 7, sweaty vibes. All right, low scoring, just like that fucking Nuggets and T-Wolves game last night that soared under. We're going to get similar vibes in this game 7 tonight up there in Canada, right? 2 teams that fucking hate each other's guts. Low scoring. Let's hope this game starts out slow. Let's take the under 5.5. We've got that. We've got the Royals ML, and we've got the Mets Guardians over 9, Jovan. Is there anything else you want to add in this puppy, that you need to add in this puppy, that you're going to be pissed off if we leave out of this puppy?
No. Surprised I couldn't get you with the Nats in the poll, but we'll leave that to the side.
Can't. It's a good thing for you, though.
There's good for those ML.
Those ML, sure. Honestly, I don't hate it today because the O's win every game. Let's run those 3 plays. Let's keep it simple today. 3 plays, 3 winners, Jovan, if you're good with it. Our 3 favorites of the day. Mets Guardians over 9. We've got the Royals on the ML and the Edmonton Vancouver under 5.5. Hurry up. You got 2 minutes, and then we got the Surge stream coming up right after this. Go, 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 go. 3 plays, 3 winners on the board for tonight, guys. Let's start the week off right with the Squad Ride W. Also, don't sleep on the Riders on the ML. We could have slid that in there. We forgot.
Yeah, Trent, you got a little CFL preseason, daytime sweat, kind of daytime sweat. You down?
That's
Trent,
right.
what if I told you the team with the best odds, shortest odds to win the CFL this upcoming season was a pick'em against the team with the 6th shortest odds to win the CFL this season in a preseason game tonight? Would you even give a shit?
That's probably just so sharp it's gonna smack.
That's what I'm saying. We have a CFL sharp in chat who will not let us fuck off until we take this play. He's been preaching it all day. He said this 7 million times. He's calling us out by name. Krabs, take the Riders. Jovan, take the Riders. It might have to be done at this point. 4 p.m. Eastern start time. That could be a day sweat to lead us into the baseball games.
That could be it.
And yes, you can take it on the books. Unfortunately, it is up there. Okay. I don't know about the green book, but I know it's on the books. Okay. Chat, get those votes in. We got 1 minute left. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Lock in. All right. We've only got 30 seconds left. We've got a 2-man race here between the Royals and the over in Cleveland and the Mets. It's going to be sweaty. It's going to be close. And guys, if it ties, we're picking the winner. We're not doing any 2 pieces. If it ties, Jovan, we're picking the winner ourselves. Kind of hope it ties.
Could be the difference.
Could be.
Trying to make it. They're trying to make it tie.
Gets tied up right away. Okay.
Oh my!
The Royals with
mage,
some late
bro.
life.
That's moose.
The Royals with some late life. Jovan, I know this was our least favorite play out of all of them. Not surprised, but you know what? We trust the squad ride. Let's get off to a great start this week. You hate the Royals?
I have a Rackaroony on Rizzy Reese pitching out.
Why?
I mean, because that's Twitter POD.
It's not a Twitter POD.
It is so a Twitter POD.
I labbed that.
So did all of Twitter.
Well, chat.
Still get hit though.
You heard it here first. We're taking the Royals on the ML against Trent's 10U Whale Behemoth POD player prop square today, whatever the hell you want to call it. We're fading Reese Olson. We're back in the Royals on the ML. We're back in Michael Walker, and we'll meet you guys at the counter. All right, W's Jovan. Appreciate you holding it down. Back on BTL again today. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing.